Hello everybody, welcome back to all the mods Gravitas 2. So last episode we finished making all the components for the EBF electric blast furnace multi-block, right? And we end the episode right after we just put it down and haven't done anything with it yet. In between episode, I was playing around with it in the test world to see how it works, and kind of something happened and the EBF never working. Basically, there's a bug in the game that I don't know what bug is that, but the EBF, the electric blast furnace, is not working. So I literally cannot do anything in the game. I want to log in the game and kind of record and also get to the MV, right? Because we need aluminium, right? This thing, and the only way to get this thing is to smelt aluminium dust in in electric blast furnace. But because the EBF, the electric blast furnace, didn't work, so I literally cannot do anything. Which is why you can see, I think you can see that I have our 2 episodes of Valhalla, because well, I literally can't do anything in this pack in this game. So I have to put something out to buy time and things like that, and have to wait until today patch to to fix the EBF, and I tested it and it's working now. So in today's episode, we will get into basically aluminium or MV tier. So first off, we need to set this thing up, right? Set this thing up again, because you have to have a setup. It has a requirement energy, and you have to set it up so that it will run perfectly and not just flickering. So I'll set it up right now first. So first thing first is that we need a, let me see, where do I want to put this? We need a battery buffer. What this does is that if you look into the electric blast furnace, or the recipe for this thing, it needs 120 EU tick and an MV. Basically, it's 120 EU per tick. So that is the total amount that you need to run this thing. Turn this into the ingot. But right now, the only machine or generator we have is this 32 EU per tick. So you can either stack a bunch of them, or you can use a battery buffer to kind of control it so it doesn't lose a lot of energy. So let me see. I guess I put it here, and then from this one you have to have 2 cable. I used gold cable because it can so each of this generator, steam turbine generator, they put out 1 amperage, 1 amp every single one of them. So if I put it like this, like that, so each of these will pump out 1 amp of energy of 30 EU per tick of the EU per tick, like this. You can see voltage out 30 EU per tick. So each of this generator will pump out 1 amp, and in order for that, what can I say? In order for you to stack generator onto one line of cable like this, so I need my cutter. I need a cutter and a wrench, yeah. So in order for you to kind of connect this each other like that, and for it to not explode, because the wire, the cable has to be able to carry the amp. If it's over the amperage, it will burn the cable, and if the energy into the machine over the limit, it said here that it can voltage in 32 EU per tick, right? If you send in 128 EU per tick, then it will explode the machine. For cable, if it cannot hold either enough voltage, like if the voltage is over, or like if the max amperage is over, it will burn the cable. So that's what it is. So that's why I go for the 6 max M6, because we have 6 generator over here, which is why I go for 6 for the cable, because it can go for 6. So from here, so that is like the energy done. We need to have our where is it? Chromium fluid pipe. Yeah, I need a lot of chromium to craft this thing. I think this is enough. So we need a bunch of this stuff. Oh, come on, please. Nice. Okay. So while that thing is working, I'll keep talking about this first. So from here, this is like the energy done. Now we just need to like route the pipe from there to here, and from here we will start putting the machine down. So we'll put 2 of these first down, because it has to be next together, and then the heat proof over here. It's gonna be a output hatch over here, an input hatch over here, and then an input bus over here, an output bus over here, and the interface over here. Oh, I need to shift. And then the coil, and on top of this will be like that, and we need a muffler hatch on top, so looking up like this, and then this thing on the side. Okay, so here is set that you have to fix. I think you have to like do something like this. Yeah, we have to bring every single one of our tools over there, because it's gonna fix it. We need to maintenance it, basically. It's just a one-click things, and that's it. It's not really like crazy. So let's see. Crowbar. Okay, we don't have the crowbar. How to make one then? Let's see. Bronze crowbar. We can use basically any die. So bone meal. Can bone meal do it? We can do. How do we get dye? White dye. Get bone meal. Okay, bone meal is from bone, so that's pretty easy. I'm gonna go get bone meal. Oh wait, for that we need bronze rod. Do we have any left? No, we only have brass rod. And does it use bronze long rod? Okay, it's only using small rod. So put it in here. So while it's working, we will get our bone. Man, I should have bring all the barrel over here, huh? The bone barrel, even the bone meal, the feather as well. Okay, I'm not gonna bring it over there. Put it randomly somewhere else. Maybe be here. Eventually we will kind of organize all of this, but right now I don't want to. So this should have a crushing wheel. Yep, it should have a crushing wheel recipe. So this thing's gonna give us like 12 of these. There we go. And I think you can just put it in here. Yeah, it turned to die. Then the rod. There we go. So let's make the crowbar. There we go. Crowbar, bronze crowbar. And that should be enough for the thing over there. For the maintenance. So there we go. So now it should be working like that. So this is the input bus, meaning you put the item in here. Output bus is gonna go out in here. Input hatch over here is for the fluid input, and output for fluid over here. So I want to first buffer the machine, the generator first, meaning that I want it to be at full energy and full steam first, and then after that I will let the machine run, and we will only run it when whatever we need. I'm not gonna let it run like 24/7 because that's gonna be a lot. Like you're gonna waste energy doing that. So let's get a bunch of this. Do I want the higher one? Let me see. The in my test world, I use the higher one, the large one. Or what? Okay. I think we have enough to make the large one, but then I have to change everything else. 16. That should be it, right? Actually, no. I'm gonna use the normal one. It's fine. I can use normal one like this. If it's not working, if it's not enough, we can just like, what is it? We can just extract them out, extract this thing out back into the liquid, and then we make the big one. But for now, let's just try the small one, the normal one. So go like that. We need to connect this with all of the machine over here. I wanted to put over here. That. Okay, that's good. And then we go connect all of them. Oh, okay. So that should be everything. Okay. So I want to wait. Oh my god. I'm gonna wait until it's like every single one has like full steam and full energy. And then we should be able to connect this thing to this thing. And we can run to make aluminium. So where's my aluminium? Here you go, 40 of them. That I think 40 aluminium is enough, plenty. So let's put away this stuff. This one thing, this one bug that is really annoying is that the GregTech hammer cannot go into the chest because they share the same data with the what is it called? With the TFC hammer, which is kind of funny. So the all of this has already been filled to the brim, where they're all full of energy, full of steam. Wait a minute. Let me reduce the sound a bit. Maybe 25, 23. Okay, because it's a bit loud in my recording. So because it's already full now, so now we can basically use this to put the energy into here. So I believe that as long as we have this thing in here, we can just pretty much just like, oh, this is 300,000 EU. So that is like 160,000, no, 80,000 per battery. Okay, that's interesting. So now I think we can just connect both of them at the same time. Actually, I'm gonna wait for this actually as well. It's pretty fast though. We're already 1/3 of the way. I'm gonna wait for it to build it to the brim, like max it out in the energy, and then we can connect it. And whenever we want to work with it, we can just go over here and click over here. So now I'm just gonna disable it because we are not gonna work with it yet. Well, if we disable it, I guess we can just connect it then, like that, because we disable it. Yeah, right. So now because we disable it, I'm gonna wait for this to be filling up, and because this thing over here, for each of the like ingot, it uses like 106,000 EU. So I want to fill it a bit because I don't know if my thing over here can actually like run this. The solar panel, I might change this tree to the liquid boiler because they produce more energy and more steam. But eventually what we want is we're gonna want the bronze boiler, this thing. But we cannot really make this thing yet because it's not really because of this main block. It's because of the multi-block. We need the IV muffler hatch. I don't know why a bronze boiler needs an IV items. So, but eventually we want this because they produce way more, like 800 millibucket per tick, compared to like barely any over here. It's like 80 times more than all of this thing. So for now we have to, well, rely on this thing. I think I'll, like, after I get the after I get the super tank, I will like rearrange everything of this and then make it so we have like a billion of the generator, the boiler, and it all fit into one super tank that has like 8 million bucket of them, milli bucket of this. So this should be done, right? So now I can just put the item in here, and the moment I turn it on, it should work, right? Oh, hopefully like that. Why are you not working? It's still idling. Do I have to? No, it has energy. Wait, what? Why is it not working? Am I tripping or not? Let me break it and then connect it again. What? It has energy. So why does it not working? What? I don't understand. Nothing wrong here. Okay, let me go sleep. Actually, because I feel like the rain is like killing it. This is like the first time we ever sleep in the game. I don't like rain at all, so I might have to put a roof over the area over here, like over the electric blast furnace. This thing should be working now. It doesn't work. That's weird. It has energy, but it doesn't work for some reason. And you can connect, like, click on it as well. Okay, I think I'll switch to my test world and I'll see if it works in there. If it's working in there and it's not working in here, then I actually don't know what's the problem, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna switch in and out and test in my test world again one more time. And I just want to see if it's like working or not. All right, so yeah, I just made it work, and well, it's kind of funny. It's like kind of a really funny thingy. So what happened is that, well, this electric blast furnace, it's like when I test it in my test world, it's working, but when I build it here, it doesn't work, and then I have to like kind of like rebuild it and then just keep rebuilding and changing things around. I even removed the battery buffer because I thought that is a problem, but it's not, because this tool here still has energy but it doesn't work. So I log in, log out for like restarting the game for like a billion times, and then I have to re-download the game. I think that's what fixed it, and now it's actually working and not just like, yeah, sitting here doing nothing. Currently it's pausing because this thing using like a billion steam. Like basically it uses a lot of energy. Like if I let it run right now like this, one thing is that as currently we are right now, like the current level power, this thing when it's running, it's gonna flickering like this, because, well, even though we have this much amount of like machine, not every one of them get like full steam. And even because like we don't have a good pipe, I could change this into the large one, but I don't think that would solve the problem, because even in my test world, when we use large pipe, it's still flickering, but it's just flickering less. But like flickering or not doesn't matter, because it's still running. Like you can see here, it's running. Like, the percentage is going up, and once it's reached 100%, it will turn one input of aluminium dust into one ingot. So this is the input bus for item, right? And it is the output bus for items. And yeah, I let it run for a bit, and now it has, oh, that's 4 of them already. Oh, and quest done. 4 of this is not enough to do anything, because, well, let's say I want to make a super tank. And well, no, actually, let me see. Actually, yeah. Let's say I want to make a super tank, so I need an MV extruder, right? That's like the theory. How do I say this? Actually, do I want the generator first, because all of this using 42 EU per tick, so like basically more than what the current generator use. But if I make this, yeah, even if I want to, I want to make this as, let's say I want to make this thing use like a whole ingot of it. So that's 9 already, right? That's 9 aluminium. This thing use 2, so that is like 11. So that is 11 aluminium to make only one steam turbine generator of the MV tier. The rest I think is fine. Yeah, the rest is fine. So yeah, it's gonna, yeah, you see that it's flickering because it doesn't have enough energy, so I have to stop it. Now it has to run again because this thing use all of like the steam and stuff. So my plan is gonna be, actually let's just let it run. My plan is gonna be like, we want to expand our energy generation, because right now no, I mean steam generation, because the energy we just use a machine. But like for steam generation we need more, and we also want to upgrade this pipe as well. So my plan is that the solar boiler, it's pretty shit because, well, they only work a day, right? They are kind of like just passive generation for steam, but like they only work at days, and even then it's like barely any energy. I think the best one is still this two, this and this. I think this is like probably the better one, but you need way more of this to equal to like one of these. Like you need 2 of these to like equal to one of the liquid boiler. So our plan is that we're gonna, I think after they finish running, basically they use all of their like input, like here, their fuel, and the blast furnace use all the steam in here. Man, it's flickering. It doesn't even work. It's like barely going up. Like it's even going down as well. Like, okay, no. I'm just gonna let it like basically build up first, and then I'll like make it run once, because this is gonna take forever when if it's like that. So yeah, we want to like have like 1 billion of this machine, of this like boiler, because the next tier after this, I don't know what do people use to generate energy. I know we have generator, right? We have a bunch of generator, but so each of them, like there's like 3 types. Each type has 3 tiers. Like currently up to HV, it's like the one block like this. So one is combustion, one is steam, and one is gas. And each of them is like, it's kind of annoying to make. Like the fuel to use them, it's kind of really complicated and annoying to make. Steam is like the easiest one. Gas, yeah, that gas is also really annoying to make. All of this stuff, wood gas, coal gas you use from, and yeah, it's pyrolyzed open. How do you even make that? You need, yeah, like, so right now our like energy, it's kind of limited due to, well, I guess just the jump in energy, the jump in like power is a bit too high for us right now. So the plan is gonna be, yeah, the plan is gonna be spam a bunch of this machine. I'll probably make 2 more of the solar, but like I'm not gonna rely on it because it's just gonna generate steam like offline, like basically passively. But I'm not gonna rely on it. The main steam maker is gonna still be these 2. I don't know how much we need. In my test world, I made like 10 of these things, 10 or 12 of the liquid boiler. But that is creative, right? So it doesn't really count much, because in here to make a boiler, like one boiler of the liquid one, I think it's pretty cheap though. But like, yeah, but it still is a lot of steel ingot. It's Yeah, steel ingot, a lot of steel ingot, and a lot of the other stuff. That's like one thing. The second thing is that we can either like how can I say it? It's like we can either spam a bunch of this, or we can do it like we just turn off the oven, turn off the electric blast furnace when it's like almost running out of steam, and then let it build up, and then we turn it on when it's like half enough. But that's also pretty slow. Like the problem is that we don't have enough energy to run this fast. Like by the time like, in order for me to run all of this 35 aluminium dust, it's probably gonna take like I don't know how long, but yeah, it's really long. It's using 100,000 EU per tick, EU total. That is like yeah. So let me see. The plan is that well, I don't think we can do anything right now. Progress fast, so I guess I'm gonna show you guys a bit of but let me see. Let me think first, and then I'll be right back when we like, figure out what to do next, other than just waiting for this thing to work. Alright, so one tip I was like figuring out when I fiddling around with the game, like basically doing something else while waiting for this thing. You can use a bronze drum. A bronze drum like this. You can like pump water into it, doing like basically you just can just pump water from anything into it, and this thing can hold a total of 32,000 millibucket, meaning that it can hold equal to 3 full barrel of water, and you don't even get any like exhaustion. Like in Terrafirma Craft, if you were holding a sealed, like basically lock or like sealed, I don't know how you spell it, sealed, like this items, like container, it will make you exhaust and you consume more hunger and water. But because this is not from Terrafirma Craft, the bronze drum, the drum from GregTech, it can basically hold like whatever the hell water it needs, and then you can use it instead of like you can bring it with you instead of having to like moving around, because now due to this thing actually working and not like bugging out, you need 3 machine, right? You need 3 of the steam boiler, and the thing with having 3 of them is that you have to one bring water with you, which is like really annoying because one of these only 10,000 and 3 of them, and well, you want to at least fill them at least 10,000 so that they can work better, right? And secondly, because they kind of working kind of weird. Basically, like they don't use all the steam, but if the steam still going in, they just throw it out. So you're actually wasting energy even though it's working constantly. So that's why I put like a bunch of water in, because I know it's gonna run through all this and even more. Which is also why we want the bronze drum, because then we don't need to like having to go back and forth between here and then somewhere else to get water, or like having to set up a water pool over here. You can just bring every time you switch this, like switching this one to the another spot. You can just well grab this drum and then put it next to it, and then you can just doing like that, put it in here and then put it back, like, and then well yeah, doing like that. Now like with this setup of steam boiler and miner, I have to spend like 6 coke in total. Back then it will only need 1 because well it's working kind of like incorrectly, right? Even though we thought that is like the correct one, but it's technically working incorrectly. But now it's working correctly, and the actual amount is actually you need like 6 coke dust, or like anything that you can put in here. Like I use coke, it's 6 coke, and then each of them have 2, and well that's how it is. And I think sometimes it's working fine with those. Sometimes I need more, but I don't know, it's like really weird because it spew out a lot of steam, unused steam. So yeah, that is like one trick that I just figured out using bronze drum instead of well, setting up a water barrel or something. But man, now, like, I don't know what should I do right now other than, well, what I want to do is that I'm gonna make a bunch of these, right, in the between episode, but that is in between episode. Right now I can't really do anything. I can't really progress since this thing is using so much energy. I guess that's it for like today episode, because since we don't really have anything, it's like a shorter one for sure, since it's taking so much energy out of our system, and we didn't prepare for it. I didn't know that it's gonna use that much energy. So I think in the next one I'll try to kind of like do what I said, that basically improve the steam generation and change the pipe, chromium fluid pipe, into the large one, so that we can make a bunch of aluminium in between episodes. And in the next one, if possible, I want to I'm debating between either going for the super tank, or I want to make the generator the MV tier. I don't know, like it doesn't say here like how much steam it's using, so I don't know if like the efficiency is better than just spamming a bunch of small one like this. Let's say this one is using I don't know, 1,000 millibucket, and it generates 30 EU, right? Let's say like that. I don't know if like this thing is gonna use 4 times the amount of fluid, because it creates 4 times the amount of EU. I don't know if it's gonna do that, or it's just using less than it's gonna use. Like, I don't know. So yeah, that's like, I don't know if it's worth it to go for that, since it's not really the machine that's not working fast. It's more of the steam generation that we don't have a lot, and there's like not really any option beside the boiler. Like there's literally no other way. We already reached the highest we can get until we get the boiler, and the boiler is even the lowest one needs this thing, the IV muffler hatch, which I don't know why it's like that. I know it's strong, like it producing 800 millibucket per tick, so it's like 10,000 more. Like how many is this? How many is 80 divided by 3? Is that like how many? 60? 20 times, like more than 20 times stronger than the high pressure steam liquid boiler, meaning that one of these equals to 20 of the liquid boiler. So yeah, it's like super strong, but even then the gap is like too big, because like right now we are at LV and kind of MV tier, but to reach the large bronze boiler we need to go to IV, so it's like 2 tier above us. So HV and then EV and then IV, right? I think that's what the tier is. Let me see. So we are MV and then HV, EV. Yeah, so we have to go IV. I think IV is like the highest we can get right now in the game, because I don't think we have more than IV yet. IV using tungsten steel, this thing. I don't even know if you can even get this or not. It's what recipe to get this? I think it's hot tungsten steel ingot. Yeah, and then you go tungsten steel dust, either helium gas or whatever. Then you have to centrifuge or mixer tungsten. Where do you even get tungsten, by the way? Macerator. Electrolyte tungstic acid. Or you can go haxtaloid, xeron, tungsten steel. Yeah, I don't know. Tungsten carbide. I think it's this one, tungstic acid. Tungstate dust with hydrochloric acid. Yeah, that's only 2 of them, and you need EV to get that. So it's like, yeah, really further down the line. Yeah, you need this thing, raw tungstate, which I don't know if you can even get it. We need to the end. or Mars. So yeah, I don't even know you can get this stuff. So I don't even know if anyone has even get the bronze broiler or not, because we haven't even have the N or Mars yet in the game. N is not in here. The Nether is like kind of scuffed as well because the portal is kind of scuffed. There's not really anything to get from the Nether besides it's a couple of ores that it's good, but other than that, everything we mine is like in the overworld. Like, oh, most of this is like in the overworld. Even the Uraninite is from the overworld as well. Like this stuff, we found them in the overworld. So yeah, so that's kind of it. I'm gonna end the episode here. I'm gonna do a bunch of kind of revamping, moving things around because this is kind of cramped and it's kind of hard to move. We're probably gonna use a lot of pipe, so I need to make more pipe and things like that. And after that, in the next one, I'll get more into MV tier machine, and I'll see if like is there any way we can. And what should we go for as like our first MV? So yeah, I think this is it for today's episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.